Here we go.
Eighth seed is
Okay, so this is a matchup that we actually care about, and I will explain why at the end of the game. So I'll just watch the setup, and then I'll quickly run to the bathroom, grab a drink. I know I can pause it, but like, you guys aren't missing me, right? You're here to watch the games. So Ian Robb is playing Regidrago. I don't know what Fernando is playing.
Ian Robb and Latin America here from Fernando. So very cool match that we're seeing coming up. Take it to the next level here.
But it's all boss and Arvin. It could be any deck.
I suppose one thing we forgot to mention as we go about this match with 4 Pokemon in a deck is
hello.
See a lot of mulligans.
Oh yes.
Iron Thorns. Okay. Right. I'll let this carry on. I'll be right back, chat. I'll be like a minute or two.
That is a benefit that you have to think about over on Ian's side, potentially starting with what a 10-card hand. This could be the best turn he's ever had.
Yes, exactly. Wow, what a hand! An opening hand! Oh,
I got everything.
Iron Thorns is shutting me down. Oh, man. Okay.
If you can't find the cologne here, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So since these players do have their headsets on, let's get into this this deck here. We've talked about this pivotal turn here, Kyle, for Ian, what he's going to have to capitalize on going against Fernando. I'm sure Ian has prepared for this matchup. Iron Thorns has been sort of on the radar. It hasn't been super prevalent. Maybe not the matchup he was expecting here, but, and he's laughing now because all of these mulligans, but where do you think he's going to go as far as the initial setup into this matchup and how he can best get to that pivotal turn?
Right, so Ian has 2 main strategies that he can go with. One of them isn't very pretty, but is kind of cool.
Yeah?
Squawkabilly. It has Motivate. It's not just the bird that gets you those cards. You have an opportunity to gain...
And return. So we're into the top 8 now. This is the first top 8 game. So you just grab a cold one because I am thirsty.
Flooding the board with grass energies and then using the energy switches. On the other side, you also can start to accelerate by way of that bloom. Shut off your opponent's ability and give yourself that opportunity to cash in on one big turn.
What was Ian doing then?
You better have your energy switches ready.
That's so weird.
Because here comes the Regidrago.
So Drago versus Thorns. I think Thorns is favored into this matchup. I'm not sure. Because Iron Thorns denies the Ogre attachments, so you've only got manual attachments onto Regidrago. So you haven't got the Teal Dance Energy Switch option, which is what the deck relies on.
You have to do that, your opponents will be able to draw an extra card into their hand. So that was what we were settling.
Also, Fernando looks so small compared to Ian. Holy. The one hands in there. Ooh, that's not good for Ian. I mean, you only need 2 established, but it's not great. 2 future booster energy capsules. Prize for Fernando sucks. That's really bad, actually.
With all those resources and the prize cards, should be a pretty exciting game here, Boo.
But yeah, depending on what depending on what ace spec Fernando's playing.
How all these prize cards come into play. Ian Robb looking at this giant hand now after drawing all those.
Then I don't know. It might not be too bad.
We're ready to get into
Have we seen all the top 8 games?
Top 8 match.
Good God, I might be here a while.
I'm super happy to see Iron Thorns EX.
Thorns attach pass. Yep.
And it's going to start off just by attaching that double
I mean,
turbo
what else can you do with Thorns, really?
Ian Robb now. Gonna start the turn here.
Huge Ultra Ball.
Those dragon Pokemon straight into the discard pile. You love to see it.
Sign me up. That's exactly where you
so cool seeing such like a V-Star heavy deck.
As early as possible.
Yeah.
I do want a V-Star deck to like win the finals or win Worlds. It's the last chance a V-Star is going to get to win a big tournament. But to be fair, Arceus won last year before last. We had Mew VMAX the year after that. So the Vs have had their times. Maybe it is time for an EX to win.
Yes. So we see 2 of those Regidrago Vs are in the prize cards, and they're both at the top.
Ian realizing that is gonna be like, ugh,
We're not
gross.
gonna get there, are we?
Nope, but there is still 1 Regidrago V in the deck there for Ian Robb.
Only
as well.
what?
So, yeah, that was
It's only he only runs 3?
Gonna look through the resources here, and this
That is so greedy.
as well, kind of accounting for these prize cards. And
If you're running 3, you've got to be running a Hisuian Heavy Ball, right? There's no way in hell you don't run a Hisuian Heavy Ball.
Kept in the prize cards until we
Ah, Siege Cam.
some of those up. So taking notes here on the table, a lot
We've got
of
the Squawk as well.
pro Pokemon players do that.
That's how my monitor looks, by the way, when I take a screenshot.
We do see that Squawk ability as well hit the bench here for Ian Robb.
I was about to say, Squawk ability can't be used, though.
Make sure to follow along as best as possible with all of your resources that you have. Get a good feel for what those prize cards are, and
Is there a world where
there's
you
no surprise
use
here.
Holy? Trying to
You
think
need
there
that
is.
Regidrago to last as long as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
So what is Iron Thorns? Is
Last,
Iron Thorns is
there's
2?
not
No. Yeah.
Any other ones
No.
to access.
So on
Correct.
base,
For
it's
Ian Robb.
2 hitting
So
into
we're gonna see a
Drago, isn't
couple
it?
Extra discards here off an additional Ultra Ball, that Halucha, as well as that Dragapult. So
My
we have
God.
a ton of attackers now. As Kyle was saying, the way this deck
Yeah,
works,
it has to
Regidrago
2 hit into
V-Star
it, so
is able to copy the attack
I don't know, dude.
from
I'm not
Pokemon in the discard pile
liking
for
this
its
board state
own
for Ian
energy
right now.
requirement. And with that
I think you're relying on a brick for Iron
Dragon
Hands,
move,
Iron
we
Thorn,
also
sorry.
have a Legacy V-Star ability on that Regidrago V-Star.
Overlay,
allowing you to
overlay.
discard 7 cards and then put
Yeah,
2
I'm going
of
back to the
any
overlay as well.
card
I
in the
do
discard
like
pile
the
into
overlay.
your hand.
I do find it quite
So you have
annoying
ways to either
not being able to
duplicate
see
your
both face cam
or
and
get,
everything that's going on.
Attackers potentially in the discard, or do
Make things a
both
little bit annoying.
sometimes. So Ian Robb is playing.
Yo, the whole Lucha into double Kieran, though?
2 more cards.
I think he's got all of his dragons in the discard already.
And
It's
yeah,
insane.
tons of resources to work with, of course, because I don't know how many mulligans we have, but it was a lot.
Yeah, and certainly it leads to hands like this.
So you almost don't want to be able to use
Fantastic,
Squawk ability in
obviously,
Iron
if we
Thorns
don't,
against Iron Thorns anyway, because yeah, the opening hands are
that
crazy.
alone, you need to know where that is, and sure enough,
Presumably there's a cancelling Cologne in the deck.
goes with the Teal Master
So you are going to have
for now.
a turn of Teal
You won't
Dance.
see all these abilities, but you do see that Squawk ability EX.
You basically need to combine it.
Have here, the
Look at
switch
this.
is already
You
there,
called it.
and it's time to motivate.
We're motivating up in
Yeah, that's a
here
play.
with the
You need to
Squawk
time it so you
ability,
can use the
and I
V-Star
love that
and
move.
Teal
It's gonna
Mask
do that
all at the same
20
time.
damage, and then you attach 2 basic energies from the discard pile
Here we
to
go.
your benched Pokemon.
We'll never know.
You saw those energies be put into the discard pile already off the Ultra Ball, so we got there on
so
the first turn.
no
here.
energy
Huge
loss.
for Ian Robb. Crushing hammers are coming through, but did we just fail them?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a Tails that we saw right there, and that is one of the 4.
Boo paying about as much tension as we are.
Every one of those hammers is so crucial. You want to avoid that at all costs.
This cat's making noise somewhere, but I don't know what they're doing.
Squawk ability not going to be here very long. It's going to get knocked.
So
out
yeah,
by
it's a
Iron Thorns, and to have
easy 2 prizes here for
this Regidrago
Fernando.
right now means that
But
you
it's set for Regidrago, which is arguably more important.
That's exactly where you want to be. You can
Yep.
be knocking out
Tell you what,
Pokemon
in
right now.
in this matchup, Haxorus probably goes pretty hard as well, because like DTE and Legacy are always being used.
The strategy using that Squawk ability was huge.
Giovanni's
there.
Riz.
Fernando is going to have to
Oop.
respond here now, attaching these energy with that Giovanni's charisma.
Yes.
I love to see it.
Charisma's kind of working against him. Negative Riz as you give your opponent a free energy, but it does allow you to gain that lightning energy, and 2 attackers are ready to roll. Quick prize cards fall in here, but I think Ian's knocking at the door.
Exactly. I agree with that, Kyle. Iron Thorns EX able to take those prize cards out.
So does Giovanni's
That
charisma
Squawk going down to prize cards.
put it into your
We're
hand?
flying now here, Kyle. Regidrago
Or
V-Star
into
being
discard?
evolved into here
If it's
for
into
Ian Robb.
hand, that's like
And,
more
we are
beneficial for the
just
opponent,
into
surely.
turn here.
Not
We
more
have
beneficial,
two
but like it
Teal
benefits the
Master
opponent.
EX to be able
In
to,
this
draw
instance
some
specifically.
additional cards here as well for Ian.
If anyone's telling me in chat, I'm really sorry. I'm literally
Okay.
just checking.
The Dragapult is in the discard pile. I believe it is. There's
It is,
potential to
yeah.
spread the damage pretty nicely here.
Giovanni's
200 to the
charisma.
active, 6 to the bench, and then
Put an energy attached to your
Orders
opponent's
is
active
in the
Pokemon
hand.
into their hand. If you do,
can
attach an
draw
energy
prize
card from your
cards
hand to your
next
active
turn
Pokemon.
as long
That
as
doesn't
the
seem
energy is
beneficial in this
gone.
matchup.
Could we see this go down here right now, Kyle? This
That's
is gonna
kinda
be a
wild.
closer match than I was anticipating.
Not sure if we're seeing the damage counters on the bench just yet, so
Yes, yeah, I don't think so just yet. Just gonna take a massive hit there on that Iron Thorns EX. Thanks to that Apex Dragon. Now it's just holding on there, and we're diving into the deck here on Fernando's side with an Arvin. So taking a look at the hand.
I thought they were using Chorus, and I was really confused.
Cards. It's going to be an item card as well as a tool card in that future.
So I'm assuming it was a Gudra attack that was used.
Damage a little bit, 20 additional damage as well as free retreat.
Man, the fact the motivate got pulled off there was crazy.
Assuming Gudra was the attack that was used there, so with.
Well, it sets up for like an interesting Dragapult next turn, doesn't it?
Rolling iron.
From this next attack, that means Regidrago's hanging out for quite some time.
All right, well, we're gonna see this attack from the Iron Thorns EX.
Yeah, you can absolutely afford now to boss or prime catcher up the other one, take a knockout Dragapult.
He's like, I'm in a pickle.
Dragapult could have just won, but I guess safety's cool. This does lead to situations where you could move to another Pokemon later on. Of course, you just take a knockout here.
I think going this way and then using Dragapult absolutely works.
On the other side, you can take an easy knockout with one of those other dragon types you have in the discard pile.
Like, I don't know why there's that much thinking going on by the commentators. Like, I think that's just like the obvious path, you know?
One die, yes, exactly. Look at the die differences right here, right now, Kyle.
Ow!
We would love to be drawing some cards, though.
You're only doing 140 at most with the other Drago. Or with the other Iron Thorn, sorry.
We're just going to see that Iono here from Ian Robb. So both of these players going to draw into some new
Prime Catcher's there. So you could use the Prime Catcher retreat into Mew and retreat.
4 cards, Ian Robb into a fresh 6.
Rolling out.
Okay, what did we attack with?
The 80 resistance that you have on that
Gudra, I guess.
Is going to be so helpful to sticking around.
This is surprisingly one-sided so far.
He does not have another Pokemon on his bench. He could get benched out.
Yeah, Ian Robb tanking himself here thanks to that Hisuian Gudra.
Is he scooping?
We're getting gooey in here, Kyle. No? Fernando over here on this other side. Pokegear 3.0 being played.
And whiffing, I think.
Right now. Did you see that there was a draw of a supporter off of it, though? Looks like
he whiffed it.
Quick look at the resources so far in Ian Robb's discard pile. Remember, we're working off the Iono hand, so not that
the girl's back.
Cards here for Fernando.
I think if you've got no way to get another Iron Hands down, you just lose.
Maybe that professor's research was the Pokegear supporter.
I don't think he wanted to use it, which is why. Okay, Techno Radar will save him here.
Crushing hammer. There was an energy attached last turn. And
Tails again.
Ooh, Tails on the crushing hammer.
Yikes!
Get those discards, but if you cannot
like
hit ahead,
both the crushing hammers have missed so far. Is the catcher gonna miss? Catcher misses as well. That's 3 misses. Hey!
Finally, here 2 Tails after.
Yeah, you can say you gotta go for the Ogerpon.
Catcher, but now this Pokemon catcher hits ahead.
So that was what, 4 coins, 4 coin flips, and only 1 was heads.
All right, we're gonna see this Techno Radar here come down, allowing us to search.
There's only 1 more Iron Thorns available, right?
We only have Iron Thorns.
Surprise!
The one's prized. I didn't see a heavy ball, but I didn't really get a chance to properly look at the deck.
There, but hey, that card is
I feel like I think heavy ball is running the deck, but maybe not this build specifically.
We're gonna see the Energy Lotto next, and we do have the energy hitting here, being attached now to that Iron Thorns EX that was just sought out off that Techno Radar for Fernando.
Man, there's actually like more going on in Thorns than you realize.
So far, as far as the
like I also say that about Snorlax, even though I bullied the deck relentlessly.
Fernando is grasping at straws, trying to continue to maintain some relevant attacks in this spot.
But like having to bring up the Ogerpon, I think isn't great because it's a 1-cost retreat. Like it's so easy to get out of the active.
Ogerpon does nothing against this Rich Drago, and he is licking his chops over there. He's ready for some action.
Maybe the matchup isn't as bad as I thought it was.
Yes, exactly. Trying to figure out what.
There's every chance.
Fernando, of course, has the Iron Thorns EX with that super powerful.
Is that canceling cologne as well? Yeah, that's got to be game.
The canceling cologne, and not only this, but you use your Legacy Star and you bring it right back to the.
That's got to be game.
Brutal.
That we're gonna be lined up.
Brutal.
He's smelling good.
Huh?
Oh, yes, exactly.
What do you mean he's smelling good?
Yeah, but this Iron Thorns EX has a
Why?
main strategy here is shutting down some of Ian Robb's strategy, but it is not enough here because Ian Robb just has to be able to attach these energy and consistently get some damage on.
So we haven't got a second Drago set up, have we?
I should say, Kyle, that at least the prize mapping is pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, 2-2-2. Sign me up for that, basically.
I don't think Radiant Charizard's gonna be relevant in this matchup either.
What the game plan is.
Well, maybe late, but like I don't think you should be in a position where you got 2 prizes left when Iron Thorns also has 2 prizes left. I could be wrong.
That will do. We see that energy there onto that
Yeah,
Fuel Mask.
the Lechonk coins as well, going pretty hard.
Cards for Ian Robb.
Yep, and this is it. You cash in on
Just go full bore Ogapon. You have to. You have to. You got to.
Take a knockout, but also have that opportunity to play it safe and continue to be rolling.
Oh, that's with the Giratina, surely.
Yeah, look at this. The energy switch as well, just to make sure that Regidrago is nice and safe despite any potential discards that might be coming up.
Oh, it's protecting the crushing hammers, isn't it?
You've called it here. Rolling the iron. Hisuian Gudra.
Hey, could be a usable here.
Of course, it's via the Regidrago V-Star Apex Dragon, copying its move, 200 damage, but
I don't know.
huge resistance.
Maybe Aya knows the play.
Or should I say, how do I say
shaking his head so he's not happy.
Yeah, I've been calling it resistance, but I don't like that.
Well, resistance is something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Penny for the reset makes sense.
Shady damage on your next turn. There you go.
The top deck of the turn was that.
I wonder how many Penny are being run as well, because I've seen decks that run 4, and that could be... That at this point could be quite annoying.
All these resources back to the hand. You get another 60 damage on.
See, I think at this point, if you got the option,
60 damage indeed.
you give the Giratina knockouts.
This damage here coming down.
No Penny this time.
Iron Thorns EX just hanging on here.
Shake cam, shake cam.
Does
I want to hold on, Earthquake.
Card attached to it already. This Iono.
I know.
Coming down. That's going to be the free retreat thanks to that future booster.
And another 60 damage.
Fernando.
Just doing nothing.
Fresh, healthy,
Oh, it's doing 40?
ready to go, start attacking.
Because it's got no
Iron
booster on
Thorns.
it.
It has this incredible ability, but
It's doing 120 minus 8. Yeah, it's only doing 40.
140 damage, and that's even more.
Man, I
beat up
didn't
by
think
some
about
as
Gudra
well as
being
that
this good in
rolling
this
iron.
matchup.
It is just not doing much here, Kyle, against this Regidrago right now.
That's
And
kinda
Robb
wild.
Flying through this turn so
Another
far.
one.
Another one.
The 6th energy.
Now the Tina's a playable card.
Ready to roll at this stage, and we've seen the one issue now is last turn the Iono was played. Ian lost access to the canceling cologne, but he does have quite a board presence.
Yeah, I think they're just working that out here.
Okay.
Enough rolling iron on
Stops the Penny play.
Iron Thorns.
Let's go to the
One
game.
knockout
Ooh, thank you.
remaining for Ian Robb to
I love a Jonah.
get this opening victory here in the top 8 match.
Top 8 match.
What is this hand? It's over.
Yeah.
Over.
Yikes.
Ian Robb, just 2 prize cards,
What do I always say about Squawkabilly? Motivate is so good. It took 1, that was game. To be fair, there was a lot of coin flips missed by Iron Thorns as well, so it's hard to say that was like a good matchup based on what happened. I think if you saw one of those crushing hammers hit, which on average it should, I think it might be a little bit different. But to be fair, Ian Robb did really well on just keeping on top of like energy top up basically. Like not having the option of another Regidrago might have been actually beneficial. Which is kind of crazy to think about.
Ian was expecting a deck like this with the way that we see
The Meganium Peep.
got all the answers. He knew the perfect strategy. That's
Yeah, I think if you can get the Squawkabilly going, I think it's actually not that bad a matchup maybe. You don't mind sacrificing those first 2 prize cards. It's not like you're getting one shot by an Iron Thorns at any point anyway.
It hit the discard pile. Let's see it all over again.
I think not seeing the Legacy energy used was also potentially not great.
You can't.
Oh yeah, you can. You can.
Like, Iron Thorns didn't get a good game plan going there at all.
Exactly.
Meganium photobomb. It's deserved.
So powerful.
Siege come.
It looks like we're getting started here in our game 2 between these players. They are flying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe they've opened Iron Thorns.
5 minutes as we search for a Pokemon, but here we are.
Yes, here we are indeed. That first energy coming down here for Fernando. We're passing over now to Ian Robb. I'm glad that we worked out the mulligans this time. We're starting off with a nest ball here. So I think the strategy that we're going to see from Ian Robb is going to be very similar. Just secure those energies down. Make sure that you have those,
Seen Ian get rid of like 5 dragons in turn 1 as well was kind of cool.
And you're into top 4.
Yeah, this is maybe a little different this time around. Finding the one-up switch, the Squawkabilly, the energies in the discard pile, and even some of those additional resources that he had in the discard by way
Fernando looks like how I feel whenever I see someone flip over Snorlax.
So
that's
could
true.
see this played a little slower, perhaps Celestial Roar.
Hate it. I don't want to be here.
Start to work your way through.
That is very true. There were so many additional cards.
Squawker's prize doesn't matter. Well, no, it does matter because like you want that as the attacker.
The prize cards as well.
Yeah.
This
will be a closer matchup, I think, with the Billy being prized.
Squawkabilly EX in the prize cards.
That's why I think you don't need Heavy Ball in this deck list. You're only running 3 Vs.
It's quite sad.
Iron Thorns is at least less annoying than Snorlax.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. This is an attack that you can use in the mid.
Nothing is as annoying. Nothing is as annoying as Snorlax. I don't know that I agree. I think functionally they're very similar decks. Not the same, but very similar. You're running 4 of, and you're just hoping that you're running a supporter that upsets your opponent every turn. So, I don't know.
Discard top 3 cards, and then if any of them are energies, you can attach them to the Pokemon. Unfortunately,
hey, was that Chorus Tenacity?
It was a V-Star, a Teal Master,
DT lost
Earthen Vessel.
See?
All very pivotal resources there for Ian Robb. Over on Fernando's side for this next turn.
But no, I agree.
Turn, you can play
at least
here, Chorus's Tenacity, Stadium
with
being available
Iron Thorns, you do have some counterplay, at least currently.
Yeah,
no, that's not fair, because you do with Snorlax as well. Like, Snorlax is literally a case of run switch. You know what I mean? Like, you can run 4 switch and be okay. Iron Thorns at least does something, and then you don't end up passing back and forth for 10. Yeah, I will say that much. At least you've got an attacker in Iron Thorns. Not having an attacker is just kind of crap.
Yeah, pressure indeed. Lost City being played.
So only 120 damage. So as long as it evolves up, there is another turn available to evolve.
And that damage is going down.
I do see cancelling clone in the hand.
Putting a little bit of a timer on him here. We have that damage.
It's not a great position for Ian to be in.
Here, discarding 2 cards to search out another Pokemon for Ian Robb.
Bright lights.
Lots of damage.
Why? What is with the lighting and the cameras in this tournament? It's so bad.
I mean, if I caught the hand right, I think there's an opportunity.
Me when I've been inside all day and finally see the sun.
Was in hand. So, you just go for it right here. Legacy Star.
That's greedy.
Yeah.
The Tina though.
Vessel potentially here. You could find some help. Let's play it safe. It looks like Nest Ball. But the Earthen Vessel's already there. Oh, we're flying. Oh my goodness, is it all there?
He's got it. He's got it. Wow.
Kyle, Ian Robb taking down this
okay, right. Pause. So, that gesture you just saw.
I didn't see it.
Kaya didn't see it. How do you go backwards at Jay? Right, Kaya, you can watch as well.
He's got everything. Oh my gosh, Kyle, Ian Robb taking down.
Right?
Yeah.
So, that gesture, just to spoil what's going to happen for you, actually got Ian Robb a match loss. Because it was seen as an obscene gesture. Now, some people who are defending Ian have said that was him rolling the dice. To an international audience, especially in the UK, I would say that looks like the
W word.
the W word that rhymes with anchor, I would say it's that hand gesture, personally. If I saw that out of context, that's exactly what I would assume it is. Especially with the face he's pulling.
That's the face that people make at people who upset them on the road.
Yeah.
I've seen many a driver make that hand gesture.
Yeah. So, I've not seen anything from Ian himself, but I've seen plenty of people who are, like, trying to defend him, etc., etc., say, yep, it wasn't the hand gesture he's going for, he's going for rolling the dice, which is exactly what he did, to be fair. In context, I could see how that would look. But to me, and to a lot of other people, that is a very rude hand gesture. And Pokemon has to bear in mind that this is an international audience, as well as a family-friendly game/broadcast. Now, you can say whatever you like about previous this and that and what-ifs and stuff like that, but the point of the matter is...
And his name is John Cena!
John Cena behind the alerts. Hello? The point of the matter is... first off, Vendentop, thank you for the follow, very much appreciated. Please raise your do's and tutoros for Vendentop. Welcome. That out of context, especially out of context, just looks like a player just being an absolute D-head to another player. Just calling him or somebody an anchor with a W. So, this leads to a match loss for Ian Robb. A lot of people aren't happy about it, but at the end of the day, there are literally rules written in the guidelines that say unsportsmanlike conduct is punishable by disqualification. Now, disqualification doesn't happen. A match loss does. And the theorized reason for why a match loss and not a DQ is it means that Fernando wins the game, not Ian. So Fernando goes into top 4. If Ian got disqualified, I don't know if he still gets prizing. Because he definitely still gets top 8 prizing in this situation. But it results in nobody going through to top 4. So nobody goes against the person who made top 4 in that bracket. Not going to spoil who. But a lot of people say you don't get prizing if you get DQ'd. There you go. So a lot of people are saying that, like, the person who is in top 4 that Fernando goes against was robbed, unironically, because they didn't play Ian Robb, which is a better matchup. Now, the problem I have with that is the matchup that happens in top 4 now already happened on stream, and the other player won that matchup. So it's not unwinnable. It just is a bit of a harder matchup than Regidrago probably is. But it did kind of... The perception is that player was robbed. Ian Robb was robbed. But, like, realistically, you've just done a rude hand gesture. Whether you intended it or not, that's what it is. You can't go around doing hand gestures like that and then pleading ignorance. You know, it's like doing the political party from World War II in Germany salute and saying, oh no, I was just pointing over there, that's all I was doing. It doesn't matter. That's how it was perceived, that's how it looks, and you've got to bear in mind, you're a family-friendly person on a broadcast that children will see. And whether that's claw clutching, I say it every time, pearl clutching or not, it's not for me to decide. I'm not Big Pikachu. My uncle doesn't work at Nintendo.
I'm not Big Pikachu.
If the Pokemon Company / Pokemon Company International says that is an obscene hand gesture and you're getting punished for it, then that's what's happening. You don't get to be upset. You chose to do that hand gesture. At the end of the day, there's been plenty of people on stream that have done celebrations. You got the kid that hit the gritty, which is pretty cool. You got JW Creewall doing the hand shot movement, which can't be, mistaken for anything. At the end of the day, you chose to make that hand gesture. You deserve to be punished if it's perceived as to not be family friendly. Now, what would I say needs to be done in the future? You know how they take photos of everybody for like top 8s and things like that? I think that's the perfect opportunity to say, hey, this would be my victory pose, this would be my victory dance. If I take the W, is it okay? And then you get clearance from Pokemon. Again, it's not up to you or me whether that's okay, it's up to Pokemon. So, I think you just have to accept that's how it is. You can voice being upset about it, that's fine. I get that, and you don't have to agree with what I'm saying or anybody else is saying, that's all fine. Completely get it, don't worry, I've got it. But at the end of the day, you've got to think about the perception to a global audience and how rude that looks. Like, if you didn't know what was going on... Wait, did Ian Robb get dropped out of top 4 because of this? Yes. If you didn't know what was going on, you would just assume that guy was calling his opponent an anchor with a W, you know? I would. If I saw that out of context, I'd be like, oh, was the guy rude or something? Is that why you're calling him that? Like, I would immediately assume that's what it was. Like in live where you get to choose your victory pose from a selection. I think that's what they should do. You pick one of the live choices. That's all you get. So that's all I personally have to say on the situation. I don't know whether the punishment fits the crime. There's a part of me that says if the rules say it's supposed to be a DQ, it should have been a DQ. As someone who went through Formula 1 in 2021 and saw how Abu Dhabi went, I've got a bit of a PTSD when it comes to rules not being followed as they're written. So yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. I think a lot of people are more upset about what happens in the top 4 match than they are about Ian Robb getting the game loss. The other thing I'll say, and I'll probably point this out again during the top 4 match, is it goes 1-1 into game 3. The prizes decided the match. The person who ends up losing, the prizing would lose you the game against any deck. And I don't care what anyone says. Whether you get Regidrago or whoever. That's a game-losing prizing. So we will talk about that as well when we get to it. But that's all I've got to say on this situation. Again, you're welcome to disagree, but you probably won't change my opinion on it because I'm incredibly stubborn. Anyway, so if you hadn't seen the hand gesture, I'll play it one more time, and then we are going to move on to the next match.
Oh my goodness, is it all there? He's got
everything! Oh my gosh, Kyle, Ian Robb taking down this Iron Thorns.
So yeah, that's the thing.
Dominant 2-0 victory here.
All right.